This is Ben Pine and the WHAS 11 News First Alert Storm Team Weather Center here on this January 24th, 2023. It is about 9:45 p.m. Just wanted to give you a live stream here and take a look at the very latest high-resolution weather model data and help us predict what's going to happen overnight with this rain and snow, maybe a little slushy accumulation, especially in Indiana. We'll look ahead to another snow chance on the way for Thursday. So Thursday, actually, I think more people will see snow than later on tonight. So we will explain all that fun stuff here in just a second. Let me make sure everything's working correctly, and we will gear up and ready to go. We'll wait for some folks to get on board as well. All right, looks like the microphone is working. Video is good. All righty. So we've got a winter weather advisory from Interstate 64 and north that will likely get canceled early in many locations. The trend has been a little farther north with the latest data as far as that rain-snow line. It's going to be a sharp cutoff between those that get snow and then those that switch over to rain. And that cutoff is likely to be really close to the Ohio River late tonight. Looks like about a 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. snow period. And then we're back to some rainfall and some drizzle throughout much of our Wednesday, with temperatures in the low to mid 40s tomorrow afternoon. So what snow we do pick up overnight is going to melt rather quickly. So I think a majority of the area, the road conditions are going to be just wet. But then areas that see the heavier snow rates overnight, and these are going to be the big wet snowflakes, because air temperatures are going to be above freezing. That's where we could see some snow-covered roads and some slick conditions. So that's where we'll need to watch out the most. And it looks like it's going to be southern Indiana that will get the bulk of that chance to get some snow-covered roads. Okay. Beverly Haggis, thanks for tuning in here tonight. All right, let's go ahead and let me make sure this is not locked up. Okay, looks like we're in still good shape there. So we've got the snow total map up, as you can see. I'll go ahead and put this up full screen so you can see it a little bit better. So areas along the Ohio River up to basically like Salem, Paoli, Madison, about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. And the southern end of that zone, plan on like that 1 inch amount, and then the northern end of that, you've got a better chance of 3 inches. With any system, just like if it's rainfall, with any system, you get bands of some heavier amounts that are going to be possible. Like we saw Sunday, there were some areas in southern Indiana that got 3 or 4 inches. So like if we just get plain old rain, some areas get a 1/4 inch of rain, some areas get up to 1 inch of rainfall. So every system's going to vary in the amounts. Sometimes with these snow systems, people want what they want, and if they don't get as much as they think, then they think they got cheated or they got too much. But there's always going to be a range in snow amounts, as we've always seen here in the Kentuckiana area. Once we go south of Louisville, and even in Metro Louisville itself, we might have some areas that just get rain, some areas, say in the northeast side up towards Prospect, you guys might actually get a light accumulation. So even within one county, there might be a rain-snow line. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's going to be a quick shut-off between snow and rain, as I mentioned earlier. And then when we get south of Jefferson County and into Bullitt County south, a lot of that's just going to be cold rain overnight. So a lot of our Kentucky counties are just going to see rain throughout this Wednesday. Thursday, though, more of us have a better chance of some snow showers. And again, we'll see that with Futurecast here in just a second. So that is our snowfall total map. Now, it looks like we'll have colder air lingering longer to keep us in that snow zone up around Seymour to Bedford and Mitchell, up around Highway 50 in Indiana. So you guys have that potential for around 3 to 6 inches. 6 inches probably on the high end, but above 3 inches possible up that direction. You get north of Seymour up towards Indy, that's where the winter storm warning is, and they could see 4 to 8 inches of snowfall, so higher totals up that direction. Kaylin Dietrich wondering about school. Just depends on your location. I know our kids' school district will be doing e-learning if they do not have school. So we'll just kind of see. Do you think the elevation of the knobs influences weather at all? Yes, elevation does influence weather in different ways, depending on the air direction. A little uplift, a little colder sometimes. So that can have an influence. Okay, let's get right into it here. So let's go back to graphics full screen, and we'll bring up the alerts. So this is the winter weather advisory in that light purple color that you see there. So that's along and north of Interstate 64. That southern end of that advisory probably will have the least amount of impacts. Again, I think it's going to be probably up I-71, the Ohio River north, that'll see the biggest impacts. And then if we expand this out, look at how many states are under winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings. So this darker color here of purple from Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, central Indiana, into Ohio and southeastern Michigan. That is winter storm warning. So big impacts there. If you have any regional travel up to Indy or St. Louis tomorrow, you're going to run into deteriorating road conditions, and it's going to be a slick and slow go if you have any travel out that direction. All right, we covered the snow amounts, and here is that system. There it is, swirling down over northeastern Texas, southwestern Arkansas, and it is a mix of rain and snow. And then on the very southern end of this, they've got tornadoes going on in eastern Louisiana. It's kind of a warm winter system. I know we're talking snow, but for a snow system, we're going to be above freezing. And again, there's a look at all the different winter weather alerts. All right, let's time this out on Futurecast. So this is 11 o'clock here in about an hour. We've got cold rain moving in. Notice the temperatures. So keep your eye on the temps. Keep your eye on the precipitation as we look forward here. Green and yellow is going to be your rain. Blue is going to be your snow. There's some snow trying to mix in as we pull down some colder air from aloft with that precipitation. That's at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's go to about 3. That's when we'll have probably the most steady and heavy snow showers. And again, you can see it's a fine line there right over Metro Louisville and the Ohio River. And south is rain, and then north is your snow. And all above freezing temperatures. Ground temperatures, air temperatures are going to be above freezing, but we can sometimes get the heavy enough snow rates to overcome the above freezing temperatures and cover up the roads for a brief period of time. So that's what we got to watch out for tomorrow. All right, back to graphics full screen. That's 3 a.m. We're going to stop this right around sunrise. Notice the snow's gone for most of us, and it's just a cold rain. So we got some melting going on, a little slushy where we picked up the snow. But Bedford, up around Seymour, still in that snow zone. And we wrap it up with some drizzle tomorrow afternoon, clouds, and windy conditions. So the winds around 20 to 40 miles per hour. Much of the area under a wind advisory as well tomorrow.
What?
Into Thursday we go. Colder air. It's going to be in the 30s. Snow bands set up over the area. That's 8 o'clock Thursday. And then Thursday afternoon, some more scattered snow showers. Now, Thursday, we could pick up about a ½ inch to an inch of snowfall where we see some of these heavier bands. That could create some slick spots on the roads. We might have a situation where you pick up a little ½ inch in the morning, it melts. Maybe you get another dusting in the afternoon. It's going to be scattered about for our Thursday. And cold and breezy. Highs will be in the 30s, wind chills in the 20s for Thursday. All right, right now, 43 and 45 are current temps. Still a pretty light breeze from the east. Upper 30s in Scottsburg, Paoli and Bedford. Lower 40s over most of our Kentucky areas. And so for tonight, mix of rain and snow. Snow over the northern half, rain over the southern half. Watch for some slushy roads, low of 34. High of 44 tomorrow, so a lot of melting wherever we do see the snow. In the 7-day forecast, we've got more snow showers on Thursday. Could see a couple of evening flurries on Friday, but we're mainly dry Friday and Saturday. Friday's a chilly day with a high of 42. Saturday's our warmest and probably our nicest day with a high of 52. That'll be your pick day of the weekend as cold rain returns on Sunday. We'll get a break on Monday, it looks like, and another system could come late Tuesday. So it's been a pretty active weather pattern this January. This January has been much warmer than normal, though, and even though we get a snow chance like we had Sunday morning, and we get the snow chance tomorrow, they're just warm winter systems. So the snow that we get compacts, it is wet, it's sloppy and slushy. It is not the dry, fluffy snow that you would get if you had a colder core to these winter storms. Perhaps that'll happen in February. But that's what we got so far. Again, we'll pull up one more time our snowfall total map. Does not look like a major snow for us. If you want to get the more significant accumulations, got to go up into central Indiana, it looks like, or out west towards St. Louis, as we're on just the southern, warmer end of this pretty large and what will be a big impactful storm across much of the eastern United States. So there it is, about 1 to 3 inches possible along and north of the Ohio River. All right, you guys have a good night. We'll see you in about an hour and 5 minutes on WHS 11 News, the night team, with the very latest Futurecast data. Sleep well, have a good night, and we'll see you later.